temperature.
Do you want to explore around here still, or ship movie?
Let's try to find another place with rocks. I think they're all going to be a little crusty right here.
Okay, sounds good. All right, bubble on front porch, please, and we'll move along. We can get a ship move going too. Just do everything. Bubble on front porch, please.
Right.
Thanks.
You can, in our main page, you can also see our latest observations. You can see the names of the organisms we are viewing, as well as their approximate size as
May
well.
I? Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what. Who?
There'll be others.
And those green laser points are 10 centimeters apart. So that can give you an idea of calculations for the different organisms that we are viewing.
I'm trying to get caught up with the chat here. We've been so focused on the rocks and other things. Timothy Swain was commenting that shallow sponges can absorb dissolved oxygen, organic carbon, and that was in response to Kevin's suggestion that maybe they are absorbing material like that. Let's see. Yeah, it was a beat up cutthroat eel, I would agree. So, Ken, would you agree that that's in the genus Synaptobranchus, or would you just leave that as Synaptobranchid, the family? It's out of curiosity.
Just go with the flow for a minute
Ember
here.
Ciravola was also commenting on the rocks too. She'd noticed it was also altered.
Look at this speed over ground.
Moving.
This is
So
dead stick.
How fast are you going?
So we're now in the saddle.
How you know?
Yep. Yeah, so we hit the saddle between that little knoll where we saw those corallidae, and
it's probably going to be the most barren spot of the whole dive. But who knows? You
The
never
saddle?
know. Yeah. You'd think it would funnel the
Yeah,
current,
you'd think. I would think.
but that hasn't been happening here. We've been seeing nodules in the saddles on between these little knolls on other sites.
Look like
Could it be that the current's too strong in this one?
Well, that's possible, Aaron. Yeah, we have been at least in one place where we think it was way too strong.
Yeah, if the current's too strong, it will impede the nodule formation as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That thing?
Shrimp.
That thing? Yeah.
How about the one right by the lasers? You see that one? Is that that's a possibility?
Yeah.
It looks girthy, at least superficially. I want two, and then we can move on. Make sure that, because I'm sure others will try to catch more rocks.
You're talking this one?
This one right here.
Oh, the big boy. Oh, that's a big boy.
It's not that big.
It's not that small, but that's fine. We'll do it. That will just barely fit in the box. Maybe. Definitely, maybe.
Chris, what does it mean for a rock to be altered?
Means it's I don't know.
Weathered.
My sense is that the rock begins with a certain chemical composition when it's formed by the eruption. And over millions and millions of years, things are replaced, alterations are made, and that screws up the dating of the rock. because you want
I need to regrip that.
as much as
It's
possible.
like palmed basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unaltered rocks are needed for
Aging.
Well, Beth wants,
aging
yeah,
of the seamounts, and altered rocks are also very good to study the microbiological biomes, right?
yeah.
So both types of rocks are important.
Well, that looks decent.
Yeah, I would go with that. Let's see if, Kevin, you want to, I think this is a good rock, which if you, let's put it in.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Looks good. Kevin says it looks good.
oh, there he is. I see it. Okay.
Bring that elbow in.
It's a beefy one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do I have a wall to my right, or does it just look like that?
You have a wall
Yeah,
there,
I
right?
do.
You got to bring
Okay.
your elbow
Just
down.
Hang on.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
So a viewer wants to know that if when we bring up the sponge samples, do they
sample,
change their shape? Does their composition, chemical composition change?
When we, excuse me.
When we bring sponge samples up to the surface?
Uh-huh. Will they change
Do they change?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting question
I'm gonna
because, and I'll give you an example. We sampled a sponge, I don't know, I don't even know how many days ago, maybe a week ago or so, and it was yellow on the bottom. And when we brought it up, it had turned white.
Yeah, that's the new sponge that you saw,
Yeah.
right? It
Wait
might be a
until
new
you get
species.
yourself situated before I open
So
it.
they can
I'm gonna
lose
try to flip my
compounds
wrist.
in their body, I think, when we bring them up. They can also just, yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, due to the change in temperature.
Yeah, and I've seen sponges
alone.
change color.
Mm-hmm.
From one, I mean, not just that one, but I've seen sponges turn red.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Oh boy, maybe, yeah, echo, yeah, for sure. Hope it fits.
Oh my god.
It's a monster.
Big boy. Is it gonna work?
Oh, she'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna go. Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta nuzzle it though.
Nuzzle it. Hang on.
Even with closed jaws, just knock it out. It's kind of standing on end right now.
Gotcha.
And thus the ROV was stuck to the bottom.
So amberfish.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice move.
One more of those.
Oh. Sorry.
Well, let's see if it closes.
Right.
You realize
Well,
FedEx is watching this right now and counting the amount of money that they're going to get to ship this sucker. They're like,
Is this by far the
Oh.
largest rock we are sampling?
That's a pretty big rock.
That is not closing.
Okay.
Who is going to have the honor of bringing that in?
Should I get it out of there and put it in the front?
Kainalu, would that be
You
you?
might want to just reposition it again.
Okay.
yes.
Probably.
My best.
One of us.
I don't know.
Andrea says this is at least 55 pounds. She's going to make bets.
Wow.
Okay.
I put a
Oh,
bet.
there you go.
Nice
Nice.
one.
I'm going to put my bet at 52.5.
Wait, what was high bid?
Yeah.
55? I'm going to go 55 and a half.
I'm going to go 63.
I'm going to go 60.
Price is right rules.
Wow.
1 pound.
That's fantastic. Nice job, Antonella.
Nice.
That was
Wow.
Well done, Antonella.
Yay.
great. Well done,
Woohoo.
team.
This is what makes
Well,
you
you still
happy,
got I'm gonna
right?
move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go look for some biology.
Yeah, FedEx stock just went up.
That's it's a pot-bellied sponge that we see down there. I mean, it's a Hyalonema corynonema. We've seen those guys on every dive.
What was it?
Yeah. That little,
Nemo?
what's that?
What was that again?
Oh, the pot-bellied sponge was sort of the brown one that's got the big osculum on top. We've seen those on most dives down here. Seems to be fairly common. They're not high density, but they're around.
So William wants to know if that if that rock that we collected is
Sorry.
considered a pillow lava
Good
rock.
question. I don't know. It's a piece of something, you know. So
Love
I
that
don't think
answer.
it's a whole pillow lava, but I think it's a piece of either a pillow or some other form of basalt, hopefully.
Yeah, Dr. Balvas, I'm sure, is listening and
Fish.
she can confirm.
Where's the, let's see the,
Fish.
oh, there he
Oh,
is.
there's a long white
Okay.
fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, zoom in on the fish, please.
We haven't seen a white fish in this cruise. I haven't.
I don't think it's white. I think it's the lights or the way it's hitting it. It's just bright. Still beige.
Hear that, buddy? You're very bright.
Whoa,
Or
that is,
peachy.
what little nostril extensions.
Right along the side if we can.
Oh,
Get the,
wow.
okay, I see white lateral line pores. So Ken, maybe this is an Iliophis. See what he thinks about this.
All right.
It looked a little different. It looked a little skinnier to me, not quite as robust. And I'm pretty sure I saw lateral line, white lateral line pores on it. But we'll see what he has to say. There's a black coral down there. Oh, there's a pair. No, that's corallium. Never mind. So we're just a little ways away from starting a climb again. So we're, again, as I mentioned before, we're sort of in this little saddle area.
We're in a little bit of a lee, too, so I'm actually able to maneuver a wee bit.
Yeah, you're hiding a little bit, right? Along the slope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're nailing it on high pack, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You want to zoom in on this thing? Thanks.
The Bathopathes.
That's a Paragorgia, maybe?
Let's see. I'm not willing to concede that yet.
No, you shouldn't yet.
Steerike out. No,
Oh,
it's a
rats.
corallium.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I thought so.
Thanks,
Good
come on.
call. Good call. That's a black coral. There's several black corals. Chrysopathes, maybe. There might even be a heteropathes there. I'm not sure. And some type of a Bathopathes. A couple of them. There may be a Staropathes even right there. Boy, it's a little grouping of black corals.
More of these big ones.
Yeah, look I don't know what's going on here. Is that one colony or two? I think it's
I know, they kind
two
of growing on
maybe.
top of each other.
Okay, so Ken agrees that was Iliophis. That's a type of cutthroat eel.
Bridge nav,
Thank
20
you.
meters, 130.
So do you want to be up on
Another
top of
fish.
this ridge, or do you want to be
Ooh,
down
what's
here?
that fish?
What's this fish?
Well, I want to be on the top of the ridge, but I don't mind you
Go ahead.
scooting along this.
Same
I
one
mean,
again?
If
The same one as the one we just saw.
Yeah, it is. Okay, come on.
yeah, if it's difficult to
This is easier down here than it would be on the top of the ridge, but I just want you
Right,
to know
but-
that we're not on the top of the ridge.
yeah, maybe as we cross through the saddle, we can poke up toward the top and see how bad it is.
Sure.
So getting closer to going up slope again in front of us. Those of you who are looking at the high pack display, then it wouldn't surprise me. And what we're seeing is an increase in these coralliids, and that was sort of expected.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to like these higher knolls.
Topography is just all over the place.
What are you thinking?
The topography's all over the place, that's all.
It's everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the current is having little swirls even in Argus view.
Yeah.
Ship didn't do that move. Argus just whoop.
Pop off the lasers for a sec. Okay.
Yeah, always.
Oh,
Nice
look at this
imagery.
sponge right here. I think I know what
Incredible.
this is.
This is pretty cool.
We can sort of do a snap zoom. I think this could be
Middle
the,
screen.
yeah, that sort of this guy right here.
Go ahead and zoom, please. I'm going to keep approaching it. Mess up your focus.
Oh my gosh, look, it's got sponges growing on top of it.
Yeah, so what I
Right
think
underneath
this
it.
is I actually think this is another example of that brand new species that we found in 2018 that's in the genus Lanuganella. It's in the Rosellid family. And that used to be a monospecific genus, and now we think we have two. Still looking, actually a little polyopogon upside down underneath it.
Yep.
Barnacles. And there's barnacles up on the dead sponge
Is that a
stalk.
crinoid up in the top right corner?
Hydroids. Is that
Hydroid?
Where's the crinoid?
I don't know what it is. I just see a little leggy tentacle thing sticking out.
To the left. Is it? It's a
those
hydroid
barnacles?
or?
Yeah, those are barnacles. I'm sure this is that sponge that we collected in 2018.
All right, come wide, please.
Is that the name of it? Sino.
Yeah, I don't even know I think this is in the guide. I better get this for Kainalu. If I can get the sponge.
Big sponge guard in the top of the ridge.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah, just
Oh wow, it's Sponge City up there.
unfreaking real.
Look at this rock.
That's scientific lingo, by the way.
It's double holy guacamole.
Go there.
Kainalu, here we go.
Oh, awesome.
Ship just finished its forward move. We could
Roger.
sidestep
Got
if
it,
you
thank
want
you.
to get up.
Wow.
We can just go south.
Yeah, okay.
Do a half side, half forward action.
Sounds
It's
good.
a sponge rainforest.
Can I see it again?
Sorry, let's see. It's right here. That's the
Bridge nav 20 meters 180.
we got quite a lot up ahead of us in the Argus view. You can see more abominable snowmen.
Yes, they're like marching towards us.
Yeah. Can you come up on Delta, please?
With this lo-fi Argus view, it almost looks creepy. Like
I was going to say, to me it looks like an old horror film or old sci-fi film.
it does.
Yeah. Are these the things? Like a lot of them that are, I don't know.
It's quite creepy with those little sponges.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Looks like they're all
It's
just
like
getting ready to come after you.
Yeah. See if I can make it up there.
it's like the Sponge Witch Project.
Sponge witch project.
I don't know. That doesn't give it justice. I think we need to come up with.
Well, I know what
don't
I know what
These
he's
are-
referencing.
Or to take off of Day of the Triffids, it's the Day of the Sponges.
The hills have sponges.
Uh-huh.
Silence of the sponges. I don't know.
Oh, now we got it
Whoa.
going. We got it going on.
Look, there's one.
This.
Oh,
There's another.
wow.
This
Laser
is
it for a sec.
unbelievable. This is real. This is not science fiction.
No,
No.
this is not
Or a
science
horror
fiction.
movie.
No, it's not.
It's
Don't get close. That sponge will filter you, I think.
That's
I
right.
think so. I'm right at the end of my leash, but we'll do a little zoop, zoop, zoop.
wow.
What the heck? This thing is...
Where? I don't even see the laser. Oh, there they are. Jeez.
So huge.
That is amazing.
Huh.
It's like a family.
How about this
Okay,
big
what
one
a
off to the left?
question.
That's true. Could be grandpa and mom and dad. There's the little
Babies.
kids right down here.
Yeah.
Have you ever come across anything that you haven't been able to explain?
Yeah,
This?
yeah. This will
Entire
work.
expedition.
Work. I'd love to be able to explain this, but no, except for the fact that there's high current flow and it's on a ridge that I think is oriented properly to.
Let's stick with
the
just that
current
one
direction.
move south, because
And that's it. Look at this. This is bigger.
Full up. I can't go
This
up.
this thing is
oh my
bigger
gosh.
than the one we just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it-
So,
it's like
and again, the
7
laser
feet
points
tall?
are
Can you
10
get the-
centimeters.
Yeah, can you get the whole thing in
I'm
the screen?
100% vertical up right now.
Oh,
so
okay. Gee.
the current is pushing me down like
Oh
heck.
my gosh.
oh.
Here.
my
That's so
gosh.
That's it.
These are giant
What is this thing?
sponges.
Someone lose a
That's-
mattress?
Looks like an ear.
It's a
Oh.
Oh.
You can see how fast the current's moving.
It's a super double polyopogon.
It's a polymonstrodum.
That's right.
No, Polyopogon is the genus of this thing.
Wow.
Polyopogonosaurus.
Yeah, and you
It
got
does look
little,
like an ear. That's funny.
the Cyclops is ear.
Kidney.
Megan is watching us and she says, "Whoa, what a great dive. It's so fun hearing you all enjoy it."
This is Megan Putz.
Megan Cook.
Cook.
Oh, which
Hey,
Megan? Oh,
Megan.
Megan Cook.
Megan
Great. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We miss you on here.
All right. Ready to keep moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do, sorry, let me think a sec.
Okay.
We could do one more 180, yeah.
You want another?
I
Okay.
could do another, yeah.
Bridge nav, another 20 meters,
That's a
180.
jellyfish or something.
What
That
that is.
Uh-huh. There's everything down here. We got
Yeah.
fish, we got sponges, we got corals,
Look at that.
corallidae.
Puny giant Caulophacus too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Caulophacus
Look at
is
this
a
tiny
dwarf.
little sponge right here. This is so small.
We've gotten to insulting
So
sponges.
cute. How cute.
The corallidae like orienting themselves.
Yeah, look at
down
them in
like
the
that.
little. Look at the little groove.
On the right there,
Yeah.
yeah.
on the right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they need some protection from this current.
Yeah, they're not on the top of the rock. They're on the sheltered back part.
There's
Yeah.
that one
But
little
there's a-
guy going for it, but
That looks like a black coral, I think.
Yes, it
does.
is. Bathypathes.
Bathypathes, yeah.
Or presumably bathypathes from this distance. But yeah, it
Little-
certainly looks like it.
Kumba, it's that fish.
We'll just call it a pathy and move on.
Yeah, pathy.
Pathy sponge. So I'm being a little
Oh,
hesitant.
there's even another
don't
huge
know.
one. Oh,
Oh, there's a
Lord.
bunch of them. Yeah, I'm being a little hesitant making the ship moves here because I'm having trouble getting upslope. But
It's-
we'll get there when we get there.
yeah, it's fine.
Mm.
I don't mind lingering on the scenic tour.
Land of the giant.
Look at
for
that,
sure.
a giant megaphone.
Land of 1,000
Uh-huh.
years.
So why are some of them flatter and why is this one conical?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know. Amazing.
So these amazing sponges for our new viewers, because it seems like we're getting new viewers. We are in Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument. These are the beautiful animals that we get to see at the bottom of the on the ocean floor, and it has taken thousands of years for these organisms to form, and it is very important to protect these waters.
Yeah. And we are a couple of 1,000 meters down below the surface, by the way. For people who think of depth in feet, we're well over 6,000 feet down, and we're finding these monstrous sponges and huge corals and this incredible scene.
It's hard to imagine what 6,000 feet actually
That
is in vertical distance.
is the polyopogon growing out of the other polyopogon.
Oh, what the heck? Good eye.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep.
It-
Or is mom just cradling it? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
What is happening there?
Yeah,
Bud-
that's what it is.
budding.
It's settled out on the larger, older one, and
Okay, zoom in, please.
we've seen this before in other places. It's not that common, but it happens.
That is so cool.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That's spectacular.
So it would either suggest that the larvae
Whoopsies.
didn't get too far away from mom, or there's some type of chemotaxis going on, and it got a signal to actually land. And
Crazy.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
All right, thanks.
It just shows how much available food is there because it looks like it's healthy and it's growing.
Yeah.
So even though it's in the shadow of the other one,
look at all these
Still
little
getting
bitty
enough.
guys. Really.
there's also the hemicorallium.
Chris from Alaska is wondering about how much these huge sponges weigh.
Oh, no idea. I mean, if you were to say, if you could even bring one of these up,
Why is it silent? They just finished
it's
that
going to be
move.
filled with water,
So it's
so
like-
it's going to be really heavy. But if you could get all the water out it and totally dry it, it wouldn't be
I
that
think
bad.
we're going to start heading.
maybe.
like,
couple 100 pounds
Yes,
or
it's
something, with
been,
all the
like,
water in it,
constant.
I don't know, 10 or 2 or more. I don't
Oh.
have no idea. That may be exaggerating, but I'm not sure.
Well, I just think it was just pushing to get to that move.
And the
now we're
materials
done.
that form the cells of the sponges
Still
is
creeping south, though.
silica?
Yes,
Do you want to keep
this
moving?
particular type of sponge, not all sponges. There are other groups of sponges that can use calcium carbonate, some other things.
Okay.
Argus view shows that we still got a lot of these big
Bridge
sponges.
under 20 meters,
Advent-
180.
There's that ET sponge,
Yeah,
the
the ET.
Adventia magnifica.
Yep, you got it. See, they're a little bit yellower.
Advena magnifica.
Yeah, Advena.
What
Yeah.
is that?
You notice how it was a little bit yellower? than
Oh,
the color?
whoa.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
Bridge nav, hold
What,
position.
what is
Oh.
that? Oh my, is it a bowl? It's a sponge
looking-
boulder.
We're coming up behind it.
The sponge here?
Oh,
Let's
there's
look and
another
figure
one.
it out, and then we'll move after we look at this.
Yeah, roger that.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Sponge heaven,
Silly.
right?
This is the sponge version of King of the Hill, no doubt.
I'm going to try to get over there, but I cannot make any guarantees.
Okay, turn the lasers off for a sec so we can also get a nice image of it if we have to pass it by.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, thank
Well,
you.
without the lasers, this kind of could be any size sponge. You don't know.
I know,
Lasers
but
way
it's
just
up.
give you-
This is gonna
nice to, might not get a second
interesting.
chance to image it. That's all I'm thinking.
A viewer asks, how many leagues under the sea is that?
That's a lot of leagues, I guess.
Mhm. Hopefully we can get in front of it and turn around and see
All right, can you keep a
the
constant
face of
delta,
this.
please? I'm going to use that to help me understand where I'm at.
Fantastic monster sponge.
All right. Oh, here we go. Try
He's
for a
gonna
turn.
try.
Flying by Argus here. And the seat of my pants.
And
Okay. Where are you, you little rascal? Oh,
There. Oh,
that's him right there.
oh Lord, he's huge.
So it's actually, yeah,
Wow.
he's huge, but he's got a
thick.
couple other ones there too.
It looks like huge oyster
It's
mushroom.
grama,
Yeah,
that,
that's right.
and sun sponge.
A giant chanterelle,
Mhm.
I guess.
That's fantastic. Wow.
Did you put the lasers on when at some point when videos is
Go for it, Antonella. I'm going to have hands on stick at this whole time here.
Is this a
That's
type of polyopogon, Chris?
Yeah, these are all polyopogon. It just shows you how morphologically plastic they are and
Yeah.
responding to the current flow. And
Yeah.
Wow. Why is it so thick?
Huge.
Thank you.
I don't know, no idea.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, we got it. Okay, I'm going to try to actually
So cool.
image it. Antonella, can you kill lasers again? I'm going to try and do a little bit of a spin around.
Jeez.
Yeah, look at how thick it's sticking out
That
from
is
the wall.
Oh, come on.
A viewer is asking if this could be considered a sponge forest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with terms for a large grouping or community of
Oh,
sponges.
I don't think I can do it. No, I got to go before I
In
squish the other
Alaska,
one.
I think they call them sponge gardens.
That was very right on the edge. I fell up just a hair too far and I lost it.
Can I come up
All
on
right.
Delta?
You can come up, yeah.
Thank you.
Please do, actually.
Hey, Herc.
Hey, Argus. Oh, wow. Okay.
You okay, Trevor?
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was.
Wow.
Okay.
An adrenaline junkie
it.
down here.
No, no.
All right, just back to it.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's going to be...
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
And you
just
can
do
look left, I think I'll come out there.
that.
and
140.
make my way back. 140, roger that.
Bridge nav, 20 meters, 140.
wasn't quite. Feels like we're going to have a lot of moments like that on this dive.
So one of our viewers is giving us some figures here. If the sponge is 1/2 meter thick and it appeared to be 1 times 2 meters, that's 250 gallons of water at 8.25 pounds a gallon. The estimate of a ton of water is probably pretty close.
Wow.
Whoa.
Thank you very much for that. That's terrific.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, it's a beautiful cow
Oh,
figure.
I
there's
think, I think
another.
everybody's trying to get their heads around. It's kind of interesting that when we first came down, it was this enormous coralliid garden with the huge fans similar to these little pink ones you see. And then they all sort of played out for a while. Now we still have small ones here, but then the sponges took over. Yeah, this is one of these Advena magnifica. It's a stocked euplectellid in that family. There's little things on the top of that rock, but I guess we couldn't really get there. I mean, suppose we shouldn't ignore the little stuff every once in a while. The little stuff.
Can't ignore the little stuff.
Right there, just the
Little stuff makes the world go
right
round.
there.
Oh.
Spongy coral nursery.
Yep.
I thought so. That's a cool sponge. All right, this is a dummy. Yeah, it's a sponge, believe it or not.
What?
It's called Stellodorix, and it's fooled a lot of people, including me, the first time we saw these things because it looks like a coral. It's a branching sponge. And first time we've seen this on the cruise. I'm going to get some pictures up here for Kanalu to record in the data logs.
But no sampling?
No sampling. We've got specimens of this guy, but that's really interesting that they're here too. Where are you?
1, 2, 3. Viewers.
This guy. There are different forms that they take.
Hmm?
Got it.
And
Thank
it is
you.
not a glass
Yeah.
sponge either.
What
It's
can
a
I say?
demasponge.
And a viewer is wondering if there is a big storm on the surface, can that affect the organisms here at this
could.
depth of 2,000 meters or about?
You know, Andy, I think, was talking about the fact that there was some study, or maybe it's Ken Sulek, he was
Ken,
reading
yeah.
Ken's remarks, that there's some evidence a big hurricane actually affected the seafloor 1,500 meters down. This is another 500 meters down. We don't know, at what point that stops. But
And we definitely had some Faraday skeletons.
also, could
Right.
we take a look at some of these smaller sponges too,
Yeah,
just so we
you
can
bet.
so we can see what all is here. So some bushy, this looks like a safe area to get a little bit closer to the bottom.
Still, yeah, it's safe. It's still ripping, but I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can call that in. Zoom in, please.
I guess these are small polyopogon or something. I don't know what these mounding things are. I don't know what polyopogon look like when they're just starting out.
Okay, come wide again, please.
Could be something
Moving
else.
like wild.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, they seem to take the demasponge
Yeah, roger.
format.
Oh, this coral, the first one of these is big, huge, either bamboo or primnoid.
Left, right, center, up, down.
Sorry,
Center
this
left.
guy, you're seeing him on end.
Yep. Is that the one we saw 4,000 of the other night? Or is it different?
This is a primnoid.
Are you wanting to sample it?
No, just want to zoom in on it.
Yeah,
Again,
okay.
just documenting what's here.
Yeah, roger that.
I don't
Okay, zoom, please.
think we want to sample it. This is
suppose if you know what it is, there's no need.
Yeah, Primnoid and what
Roger.
genus? I think it's Paracalyptrophora is the genus here. Yeah, that might take some inspection by some other people. I wonder if Steve Oskovitz has got an opinion on this one, but we'll wait and see. The polyps are pointing down, so I'm going to go Paracalyptrophora on it, I suppose. There's your bubblegum coral.
Yeah, there it is.
Tiny.
Polyps retracted.
Yep,
Oh,
It's afraid of you, Trevor.
afraid of the current.
Whoa. Restarted now? Are they still working on it? Roger.
Where are you, Paracalyptrophora?
and Jason in Michigan says, I'm silently geeking out at 12 a.m. in Michigan, watching you explore
genus.
Tamana Seamount west of Hawaii.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Jason's
Yeah.
been there
Thank
through
you.
it all.
Could be a
Amazing.
little whip bamboo down there too, just right at the bottom of the screen.
There's another one behind that
Wonder if
polyopogon too.
If we could get a quick zoom on that just to...
Yeah, you bet. And when you say quick zoom, meaning I'll take my time to get over there.
Yeah, or yeah, just to confirm that that's what it is, a bamboo whip.
Yeah, Raj.
Chris, is there such a thing as a sponge nursery?
Don't know.
Okay, zoom in,
I
please.
think I know what the viewer is getting at. There could be places where you have large sponge settlement events where you get a lot of small ones at the same time. Yes, this is a bamboo.
Diaspora.
What's behind it? What are those other
Could
That
be
pink
similar to the
lobster.
one that
Yeah,
we...
squat lobster.
Doing
little squat lobster?
Look
on
at
it?
that thing. That looks
Really
like
spicy today.
heteropathes, this little black one right there. I was
Uh-huh.
thinking I saw some of those. This one too, maybe.
Just
Yeah, little
okay,
squat
come wide,
lobster on
please.
the bamboo.
There was, I don't know how many of these zooms you can do at a time. There's so much to look at.
At a time. Two
Yeah.
zooms at once, please, Aaron.
Okay, that's it. That's the max, two at a
You
time.
double, triple zoom that.
See all these little blacks here? If you look closely, you see all the little
They're
yellow
everywhere.
ducks. They're everywhere.
It's very diverse.
We'll just go wherever. Yeah.
So Ken Sulek gave a fun fact. Somebody asked about whether we're on league under the sea, and he says the league is about 3.5 miles, so today's dive is about 1/3 of a league. Pretty cool fun fact. Thank you, Ken.
20,000 leagues is a long way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, wow,
How
you're
thick
like
is
in the
the
center of the
I
earth.
know.
Incredible.
A viewer is asking if sponges reproduce asexually or sexually.
The sponge.
You want to take that one, Andy?
Well, sexually, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I should know that. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I haven't. I think it's actually asexually, but I'm not. Could be mistaken.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm sorry. I haven't
Want to
done
do the
it.
update? Yeah. You want to give the update?
Well, here's another question. What is it about this particular ecosystem that allows for sponges and corals to grow?
We can see it. Look at it. Look at the
Well-
stuff in the water. Look at
Yeah.
all that.
Yes, I can.
Food.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Just look at how much material is in the water. This is like soup. That is sponge food right there that you're looking at, all the stuff that's drifting in the water.
So the viewer's question is the $1,000,000 question, if I remember what you asked just a moment
Yeah,
ago.
what is about this ecosystem that attracts so many sponge and corals?
The only thing we can think of is the high current flow, and the food that's in the water allows a community to establish itself and grow and persist for a very, very long time. That's the best we can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the big things we're trying to understand, or at least get a handle on, by looking at these areas. What are the kind of tide? What are the currents doing at these depths? What you know? What? Why is one area more productive than another area?
And I'm going to answer the viewer's question. Reproduction for sponges can be accomplished both sexually and asexually. There are 3 ways for a sponge to reproduce: budding, gemmules, and regeneration. Sponges can simply reproduce by budding, where a new sponge grows from older ones and eventually breaks off. So there you go. That's why I was trying to tussle with which answer was right. It's because both of them are right, and there's yet a 3rd way.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Great.
question.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, look at that. That is strange looking. So many on top of each other.
So we're now starting uphill again. Is that that's a corraleate over there? Yeah, it is. Okay. Big dead sponges down in that crack. There's a bolosoma sponge, that little stalked one.
Yep.
Right there. So that's the first bolosoma the first one we've seen.
I think we have time for a zoom.
Sure.
I might fail at any moment, but let's zoom in on that blobosoma. Blah, 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 soma.
Yeah, bolosoma. That's a beautiful little sponge.
It is.
What
and
is
look at the black corals here. So the single stalks may be piranopathes or heteropathes. And these, boy, I don't know.
And why are they called black corals?
Because their skeletons are black. Their tissue isn't black, so they, in this case, they look orange. There's another variety of black coral right here, stauropathes to the left.
Come wide, please.
So if you were to scrape off all of that tissue, you'd see that they all have this black proteinaceous skeleton.
Mm-hmm. And then that sponge is the bolosoma, but what's the difference between this one and the Avena magnifica?
Well, they're both stalked euplectellids in the subfamily Bolosomini, but they're just in different genera. They're just, that's the way it works down here.
Oh.
And now we're getting the coralids. There's another primnoid, a couple primnoids. These are these big white fans. So Ken Sulak says 20,000 leagues under the sea refers to the horizontal distance that Jules Verne's sub-Nautilus traveled, not to depth. Thank you, Ken. We got a bunch of big sponges up ahead. I can see them in the Argus view.
Oh, yeah.
Edward from Florida should be studying for school, but he's loving this channel. He wants to know which ROV are we looking through.
Hercules.
So.
A Herc view. Zeus cam, right?
That's right.
Massive.
If you're watching channel 1, that is the Herc Zeus cam. If you're watching channel 2, that is from Argus. And if you're watching channel 3, that is the control, or the quad, that's the control van.
Thank you, Aaron, our video engineer.
we've got a lot of things right up slope, I suspect. The Argus view.
There is a group watching us in Tujunga and La Crescenta in California. They're curious if we are going to announce who won the bet on the biggest rock.
Well, we won't find that out for another probably
14
12
hours.
Yeah,
12.
it'll be 12 hours, I think.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to have to tune in a little bit later.
Did somebody record the bets there?
I had 1 pound.
Oh, yeah, sure. Bring it on.
And another viewer is asking what makes the skeleton black in coral.
It's called, I don't remember if the black corals have gorgonin in it, but it's a proteinaceous type of matrix there. It's quite durable. Oh, fish.
Oh.
Oh.
That's
Nice.
a macrurid. So it's a rat tail, and I don't recognize what type of rat tail that is.
Feisty.
Yeah, Ken,
Don.
did you see this? Antipathin, Scott's here. All right, Scott, we need some help. I hope you saw the beginning of the dive. We were in the most gigantic hemicorallium knoll. It's where we started the dive, and there were just enormous fans everywhere. We couldn't even set down there. And then as soon as we got down into the saddle here, it all transitioned into these big, huge Poliopogon sponges and also some stock sponges. And now we're about to head up toward another knoll, so we're waiting to see if the coralliids will come back. Of course, there's lots and lots of black corals intermixed in between. It's just a really incredible sight.
Roger.
It's ripping current here, by the way.
Riz is asking if there are species that are close together. Can there be hybridization of the sponges or the coral?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that. Whether I don't know. I mean, I assume not, but I don't know. I can't. It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know about the corals. Maybe Scott can answer whether or not you can get hybridization between, for example, two closely related species of Bathypathes, for example. Okay, so Jeremy. Okay, hi, Jeremy. He's on too. Short answer is we know so little about coral hybridization, and that applies to sponges too. We really can't answer that.
All right, coming down.
Whew. Wow, adrenaline.
So is there any, what do you think about coming up on the ridge, or is that going to be too, or I think you're slightly on the side, right? Or is the map wrong? Oh, got it. Okay. Got you. Thank you.
Well, thank you to all of our viewers out there, including the teachers who should be grading and are not, and students who are supposed to be studying and are not. But I'm sure you are learning a lot during these watches too. So this is beautiful.
Yeah, and if you think this is beautiful, make sure to check in on papahanaumokuakea.gov because NOAA is considering adding additional protections for this area as a National Marine Sanctuary. So we're going to have 4 public meetings in December that you can participate in. There are going to be virtual meetings, and we're accepting public comment through the end of January. So please go to papahanaumokuakea.gov and tell us what you think about additional protections for this area as a National Marine Sanctuary. We'd love to hear from you.
Would we be able to zoom any of those black corals, the little orangey things, while we're waiting here?
Yeah.
Because we've got Scott France on right now.
Go ahead and zoom in.
We got everything here. We
Is
got
that-
fish, we got corals, we got sponges.
Curd, I think. So just pick one and we'll zoom on that. My guess is this is something like Chrysopathy, Scott. Is that right? Or
Oh, bonk.
that's number one. Good. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, Chrysopathy's on right and Piranopathy's on the left. Yeah, we were going to take a look at that on the left after this. Thank you for that one. And right there, that one on the left, he's thinking is Piranopathies.
Well, it's like right there?
Yeah, right in here. Sorry, I meant to circle it. This guy right here.
Yeah, go ahead and zoom.
Or is that the same thing? It's hard to see what he says.
Okay, come wide, please.
And
What is going on here with this geology? Look at that. That's quite interesting too.
so, yeah, it's a little tricky, those two right there. There's a bamboo whip. It's down there. We did a zoom on one of those.
Some anemones, another large anemone.
Could be a lily-pathies also. Okay, thanks, Jeremy.
Downed leaf sponge.
Yeah, that's
Other
blown.
leafy.
Yeah, it's still alive, but it's blown over. It can't survive for all that long, I don't think. All laying over like this.
Yep.
It's kind
Must
of
be
bamboo.
must be
There's a bamboo-y kind of thing.
Yeah. That could be a primnoid. Can you zoom on that? Reg?
Stand by. Okay, go ahead and zoom.
Yeah, it's an unbranched primnoid.
Okay.
Candidella. Yeah, it's Candidella gigantea, I think. You see a lot of scales on the stem.
Whoops. Okay, come wide, please.
Whoa, what is on the underside of that leafy sponge? Is that more black coral or?
Go ahead and zoom in.
Thank you.
Is it a cup coral?
Oh, that's
Anthomastus, soft coral.
What's that, Aaron?
Heteropolypus?
Heteropolypus.
Yeah.
The new name for it.
Perfect. Yeah. It's a feature.
I missed the anapathies associated with the sponge. I was looking on the iPad, Scott. Yeah, stylopathies. Okay, so Jeremy saw that. Yep. Or stylospongia, excuse me. That anapathy stylospongia. That relatively newly described coral that grows in association with sponges.
So we have a question from Muddy Netherlands. Is there more food in the water on 300 meters than on 200 meters, or is it vice versa?
Depends on the area.
More food at 300 meters or
I think what we've
3,000
seen,
meters or 2,000?
what we've seen on this expedition at the very least is that it really depends on the area. We have some areas where we're shallower and the water's clearer, and other areas where we're deeper and the water's like soup.
Roger.
I think there are some backscatter layers where fish and small arthropods, crustacean shrimp, things like that concentrate, and that they're sort of stratified in the water column. And if he's talking 200 or 300 meters, then you could have I mean, they both might have layers. I don't know much about that, I'm afraid. I can't really answer it. Some beautiful coral. It's a different coral right there. I wonder if it's a...
Right there, he says.
Yeah.
There we go. I can probably line up for that.
Could be a Paragorgia that's got a lot of zoanthids in there, that bully.
And brittle stars too.
Bully zoanthus, whatever.
Okay, zoom in, please.
Okay, thank you. Well, there's a lot of zoanthids over whatever it was that used to be there. It's no longer gather. It's a totally overgrown paragorgia, I would guess.
No. Okay, come wide, please.
Yeah, thank you. That's a strange one. Yeah, that's what Scott says. Looks to be entirely zoanthid now. Jeremy's never seen the stylospongia in situ. Yeah, it often is associated with a sponge called Feria oca, Jeremy, or we call it Feria near oca out here. Beautiful leaf sponges. Tall. I don't think I've said this yet tonight, so I think it deserves it. At least one holy guacamole. It's quite a sight, even though it's a little sparse right here compared to what we saw earlier. But I think it's going to get a lot denser.
You're not going to give it a double holy guacamole?
Yeah.
No?
What's this
Those
little
are
yellowy
anthemess.
kind of gooey stuff in the middle?
Oh yeah, let's take a look. And there's also
Go
a
ahead, zoom in,
different,
please.
different coral.
Oh, it's mineral-ish.
Yeah, and right to the right of that's an odd coral as
Come
well.
out a little bit, please.
Very upright.
Where are we looking?
Okay, right there. Could we? It's another type of black
Zoom in,
coral.
please.
I think it's different than the ones we've seen. Scott, come on, help. I need help.
Huh.
Please help. I'll break into a Beatles song. You don't want to hear that. It's going to be ugly. Oh, okay. So Jeremy hasn't started typing yet that I can see, but Scott is.
What would be the Beatles song you would choose?
Oh, help.
Help.
I need help.
In a Calophagus garden with you.
And we have a very big question
Okay.
here.
We don't know what that is. We'll leave it at that. But it's definitely an Anipitherian. So you got a question?
Yeah. Do you think climate change is or will affect the ecosystems at these depths?
Jeremy is saying Antipathes stylospongia.
No, Jeremy, oh no, he's sending another reference for the commensal that lives with sponges.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't identifying that sponge. Sorry, what was the climate change then? It might eventually, depending on how extreme climate change manifests itself as time goes on. But I think initially we won't see any effects of climate change because we're just too deep down at those depths. But who knows?
But perhaps by the time we see a change here, it might be too late to protect these areas.
Yeah, I mean this is protected already, but then what are you gonna?
But from the environment, because if there are storms on the surface that potentially can affect the depths of the ocean and ruin all of these fragile corals, that might just be too late.
Zoom in, please.
Okay, we're zooming in on the sponge that we sampled the other night. Remember that sort of brittle base sponge?
Yeah.
Right, that's this guy. So he's here too. It's in the family Eurydidae, hard sponge, and don't know what it is. That's why we sampled it. So we're just calling it Eurydidae, E-U-R-E-T-I-D is the family ID.
All right, come wide, please.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Where are they going?